All right, so we should have a new assignment posted on Google Classroom. So let's go ahead and get that opened up. This is going to be kind of an individual assignment. I'll show you the concept of it, but I don't think it's too difficult for you guys. No, not a word search. So let's go ahead and go over to Google Classroom. In science, it is called Moon Phases Task Cards. It is a set of Google Slides. So let's go ahead and get those open, and I will give you a minute to get there.
Oh wait, we have to draw moons, huh?
You're not going to actually draw them because they're a little difficult to draw. Yeah. So we'll let people get there, and then I will explain what you guys are going to be doing. Okay? Okay. Okay, let's stop commenting on Google Classroom, please. Not necessary. All it does is send me like 8 notifications every time you do it, and it gets a little bit annoying. Yeah. So let's stop commenting, please, and focus on science. So what we're gonna do is there is slide number 1 that has questions 1, 2, and 3. Slide number 2 has 4 through 7. Slide number 3 has 8 through 11. Slide number 4, 12 through 15. Slide number 5 is 16 through 19. And you will. And slide number 6 is 20 through 22. And then our last slide, number 7, is where you put your answers to all of them. So they all have little text boxes where you write them. These do not need to be in complete sentences ever. All you need to do is write the answer to the question. So let's do 1, 2, and 3 together. We'll do the first slide all together, and then the rest of it will be up to you. Sound good? This is something that's graded, though, so I want you guys to take your time. Do good on this. 22 questions total. We're going to do 3. So, number 1 says, identify the name and name the moon phase. So basically, we need to name which moon phase this is.
This
So.
is called waxing. No, it's a waning.
Good. So this, remember the white part is the light of the moon. So this is the part that's lit up. It is a gibbous, and we need to decide if it's waxing or waning, basically.
It's waning.
Honestly, I don't remember. So let's go look at our notes from yesterday that has the moon phases on it. Yeah, you guys can use any information that you need to use. I gave you guys all kinds of stuff. So it is, let's see. It's this one. Which one is that? Waning or waxing gibbous? I'm circling it on my screen. Which one is it? Waning or waxing?
It's a gibbous.
Yes.
A waxing gibbous.
A waxing gibbous. So the answer to number 1 is a waxing gibbous. So we scroll all the way down to number 7, where it says number 1. We need to type out waxing gibbous. Wow, that's really small. Okay. So basically, you're just writing the answer for each one. If it's like A, B, C, or D, you'll type in A, B, C, or D. If it asks you to draw it, we don't really have the ability to draw it. You can try, but you can also just Google it and get the correct picture from the internet. Okay. So we're gonna finish. We're gonna do number 2 as well, and number 3. So if we go back up to slide number 1.
Oh. So you write all your answers down at the bottom?
All your answers go on the very last page. The questions are just in different slides. Okay. So it's like an answer sheet. The way that we would typically do this, if it wasn't online, is that all of you guys would have an answer sheet, and I would hang these numbers up around the room, and you would go to the different stations. But we don't really have the ability to do that. Yeah. So number 2 says that the moon is waxing. What does that mean?
It means it's getting smaller.
So part A says the lit portion of the moon is getting smaller. B, the moon is rotating. C, the little portion of the moon is getting bigger. Or D, the moon is glowing.
Smaller. Bigger. Smaller.
When it's waxing, it's getting bigger.
Oh.
So if it's waxing, it's C. It's getting bigger.
Wait, so we just put C in it?
Yep, so when you go down to the very last slide, number 7 to put in your answer. No, you just got to put in C, not CB, just C.
CPR.
So you should have the answer now for 1 and 2. Waxing gibbous is number 1. The answer to number 2 is C. We're about to do it. Is this making sense though? You find the questions at the first part, go down to the bottom and answer it. Okay? Let's look at our last one we're going to do together. Number 3. Where'd it go? Draw a first quarter moon. So like I said, we can't really draw it, but how else could we find this?
Google.
Google. First quarter
Also known as
moon. And then we look at the images. And there's so many options. Okay. It doesn't really matter which one you choose as long as the right side is the one that's lit up. The right side, it has to be lit up in a first quarter moon. Yep. And then you can just copy and paste it. If you are on a Chromebook, you have to do like the double tap copy. I hit save image. Don't do that. My bad. So you'll right click, copy image, go back over to your slides, and put your answer on slide number 7, where this number 3 is.
Or you can drag it.
You're very much going to have to make it smaller, fit it in the box as best as you can, and you're good. Okay? So you're just going to be answering the rest of these questions. So that means you have 19 to do on your own. But if you're focused and working, did that take us very long at all?
No.
Nope. And like I said, you can use the other assignments that I've given you this week to help you out. So you can use Monday's PowerPoint that we went over, and you can use yesterday's reading as well. If you really, really don't know, Google it, okay? You guys have the internet right there in front of you, so use it. All right, I'm going to take attendance one last time, but your guys' goal is to complete that set of Google Slides, okay? I will be here until 1:30. Just be working on that.
Do you want us to stay here while we're working on it, or can we go?
Stay here for another 15 minutes, and then you'll be good to go, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
You,
So the other question I had once in a while.
Yeah, what's your question?
So, it says, what is the phase of the moon when